team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Second and 6. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, Jacobs. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Counter play with Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line. On first down, Jacobs. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively, because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. First and 10 at the 15-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. At the 14-yard line. They run the counter. It's Jacobs. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw into the hands of Sample. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. On second down, here's Mixon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. We're going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. On 2nd and goal, Burrow. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. John Johnson with the INT. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. Nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Jacobs powers through him, and he's got this down to the 35. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run the counter. Jacobs. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Gay now set to kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 135 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A first down run with Jacobs won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's 2nd down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They run the counter. Jacobs. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he will find his man Ruggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd and 9, Carr.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Here's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. One more time with Jacobs. And another negative play there as they stop him again. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll run with Jacobs. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And 3 yards on the carry there as this defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Touchdown, Raiders. That's caught. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Bengals drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. A 1st down and more for Jacobs. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 169 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon. And this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Max Crosby able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They run the counter. Jacobs. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They run the counter. Jacobs bulldozes past him. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs there to make the grab. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. To the air again, Burrow. Pass incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10 now. Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
On 3rd down, it's Jacobs, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Carr going to go on 4th down. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Another shot for Chase. He's got it this time. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Buying, and he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Bengals 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Going up top. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this.